Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome to the Human Bacon Podcast. This is episode
15.
number 15. Jesus Christ.
We're almost legal.
Almost legal.
15, we're almost there.
That's what Craig would say.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. If they're 18, they were too old for Craig. Too old.
Gross.
Yeah.
Retirement home. Jesus Christ, dude. You got kids.
Yeah, dude. I can't... Dude, I have not worked in one place where there hasn't been a Craig. Like...
Oh, they're everywhere.
Both by name and by... just absolute greasiness.
Just a
towards
guy that you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because where I work now, I work at Home Depot, and there's this dude Colette there. That's his name, and that's already kind of a greasy
Colette?
name. It's like Colette.
It's like a last name.
Yeah, but he's exactly like Craig in every way. Like, dude, it doesn't matter if it's fucking like a clearly obvious like 14, 15-year-old girl. He'll be like, yo, bro, you see that?
Oh, no.
And it's just like, no, I don't.
No, I see nothing. I see lumber. That's all I see.
It bewilders me that there's always a guy like that just has to be like the greasiest dude.
Yep.
There has to be one.
Those are the dudes who don't mentally grow up. Like, in their head, they're still 18. That's why they think it's cool. Like, what do you mean? I was just hitting on 18-year-olds. Like, yeah, dude, 30 years ago. Like,
yeah.
Let it go, bud.
I remember one day Craig was hitting on Luke's girlfriend. Or like one of the girls he was dating.
I remember Luke saying something about that.
Yeah, she was like a pretty young girl, right? But like you could clearly tell she wasn't like a day above like 16.
Yeah.
Like not
She's
at
clearly
all.
in high school.
And I remember like Craig was talking to Luke, and he was like, "Oh, I thought she was here for me," and like,
oh my god,
this greasy 50-year-old.
She will never be here for you, buddy.
I remember Luke told me, he's like, he started yelling at Craig.
Yeah, dude.
He was like, "Calm the fuck down, all right." He was like, "That's my girlfriend." Craig's like, "I didn't mean nothing by it."
Oh my god.
Like with his greasy fucking old man voice.
With his creepy fucking yeah.
But dude,
guy still wears like rings with like bats on them and shit.
I don't know. Why does evolution make people like that?
Yeah, there's too many of us. That's what I say. Let this plague roll right through. What are we getting vaccinated for? Fuck it. Let it roll right through.
They're not taking away the people they should.
Yeah, that's true. We need one that just targets stupid people. People who don't use their turn signal. Is there a way to make a virus that just attacks people who don't use their turn signal? I think that should...
I mean, yeah, if Fauci's going to create a plague, it should be something like that.
Yeah, something we need. People who leave their carriages on one side of the aisle and then go to the other side of the aisle, so now you're taking up two spots.
Yeah.
They should just actually be shot. Never mind
Yeah, and
virus.
like clearly you're trying to get by. Like clearly they're aware of it, you're aware of it, but their time is more important than yours.
But you're taking up both spaces.
Yeah.
I just need to get around.
Yeah. I remember that, like, just because when you're in an aisle, right, and you're there, and like you got to be courteous. You're courteous to people, you know.
Just like when you're driving.
Yeah. It's like let people go. It's like it's the same concept, driving and shopping. It's
don't reach over people.
Just be a decent person who doesn't believe that their shit don't stink, you know?
I just feel like you and your carriage at that point are one and the same. Whichever way you're facing or whatever, that's where your carriage should be. Why is it away from you? Why do you leave it over in aisle 1 and you're over in the other side of the store getting stuff? Like it's like a collective basket, like it's an Easter egg hunt, and he's gonna leave his basket there and go run around and put it like, no, dude, take it with you, piece of shit.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I worked at a grocery store too long.
Ignorant people.
That's why they're going to have robot shoppers soon. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But
I mean, that's what Amazon's probably going to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Lola, of course. She's been quiet until we started recording, and now she's...
Ruckus.
Lola, what are you doing, bro?
Come here.
You alright?
Come here.
Okay, calm down.
See, she's pissed, dude. She wants to be on the podcast. Bro, you good?
It's okay.
Yeah,
she just fucking ate a bunch of plastic. You could hear it. And now she's like, "Why am I coughing?"
No, just one of her toys. Just that crinkly toy.
You're okay.
Just fucking nuts.
It's okay.
I played with it 10 minutes ago. I was fine. Just shit together, dude.
Yeah, don't shove it halfway down your throat.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Fucking a little late in the game to be deep throating, only 8 years old. Those days are behind you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, fuck you too. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. She's okay. She's okay. Good girl.
Yep. She's gonna be in the
Causing
thumbnails
ruckus.
too. I gotta send you a picture for the next one too.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
random Lola picture.
I'll fucking put it in there. Yeah, like yeah, well, once we start getting cameras and stuff, she's gonna be, and we get like the setup like nice and proper.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she'll be on it all the time.
Just see her walking by every now and then.
The fucking raptor claws just. Yeah, but dude, fucking, they're already like Jeff Bezos. He already has. Have you seen those Amazon stores where like you just walk in, take whatever you want, and you walk out.
Yeah.
And through technology and facial
it,
identity,
It goes to your Amazon account gets charged.
Yeah, you can
Like
just
the card
walk
that's
out.
on your Amazon account. Yeah, you just walk in and get whatever you want in the store. I
There's
think
no
I talked about,
cashiers,
but yeah.
no nothing.
Yeah, there's nobody in the store.
When you think about that in like retrospect, like that's scary.
Yeah.
Because like that takes away so many
It's
jobs.
so many jobs.
Like, dude, like it's scary how things are becoming more automated, isn't it?
But then you think about it and you're like, I mean, that does sound kind of cool. I could just walk into a place and get what I'm going to deal with shitty cashiers or shitty meat guys, including myself. You can just...
In that way, it is nice. Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's like, so humans have like a hierarchy, and like, towards like the top, there's like you know the people who can do tech stuff and all that stuff, and it's like sure that stuff's gonna create more jobs for them.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take away jobs from people
Just simple
who,
labor jobs or whatever. It's going to take that shit away.
people who don't have the IQ to do that. You know.
Yeah. I don't know how to build a computer chip. I can cut meat. I know how to do that. They're going to be like, yeah, well, you're stupid. You don't,
And
we don't
that's
need
what
you
the-
anymore,
That's
bro.
what the future's gonna be, man. Like if you go to college and you major in tech, right? It's like there's gonna be a billion jobs opening up.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
the mundane jobs are gonna be taken away.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that sucks because there's a lot of people who do those.
We're already
things.
getting a bunch of the pork and stuff that's been coming in. It's already like pre-cut. Like we just weigh it up and put it out there.
Oh, they're
And I'm
coming
like,
for
oh,
you too.
Shit, I'm like, dude, they're coming for me, bro. I've only been doing this like 6 years, dude. They're already coming for me. I gotta
Jesus Christ.
hope this podcast thing gets better because I need a
That's
future,
dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Robot shoppers.
Robot shoppers.
Everything's gonna be
man.
robots soon.
Dude, you know what I would like to do? Dude, I thought about this scenario since I was probably about 10. No, since like the first Transformers movie came out. So like robots, right? It's like if you like took Transformers the movie and you fucking like brought it back to like the 1900s
Oh my
and you
God.
just started showing people. And you just tell them this is real, you know?
This
and
is footage
like-
from the future.
what do you think their reaction would be? Like their initial reaction to that? Would it be like horror? Would it be like amazement? Would it be both?
I think
Would they kill themselves?
it'd be like 99% horror, and I think some people would be really like, oh my God, like what is that? But I think most people would fucking want to hang you
Probably.
for having some type of Satanism you're bringing towards them.
Yeah, they're showing you. They're like, this is a portal to like another fucking dimension.
They would think it's like hell or something. You're like, no, it's
Yeah. I think that's fabulous. But like,
Optimus Prime.
that's the first thing I would do if I had a time machine. Like that's the
Just
first
show people
fucking
fucked up
thing,
things.
As I would go back there and I would take any, like I would take iRobot, I'd take Transformers, I would take fucking what is it, like the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
I would I'd just take all that shit back there, be like, look at this.
Just look at what we can do.
But what would be the first
Fuck.
thing you would do?
With a time machine?
Yeah, like would you be like the noble person and go kill Hitler, or would you
There's a
what would you do?
this isn't me saying, this is a Louis C.K. bit about you wouldn't have to go back to kill Hitler. He goes, you could just go back and like rape him or something, and he'll probably just won't want to do any of that stuff ever again. So you
Just destroy
yep.
his
I don't think I
consciousness.
would. See, that's the thing though. I don't know. Like, I'd be too afraid that like doing something that drastic. I would like when you came back here, like the world might be so different.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't. I'd do like small little shit like that. Like go to an island, just people in grass, skirts and sticks, and do that. Just go there and start playing like crazy music. Just go down with a boombox, play Metallica, and they'll all just like fucking throw spears at me and shit.
There's well, what's really crazy is there's like you could actually do that today. Like there's tribes like still out there that have no communication with the outside world. And like if you try to communicate with them, they're gonna like kill you. Like they're gonna try to like harm you. You know, like there's this indigenous tribe, and I don't know if you heard of them. They're on like an island, and like there's been numerous attempts with like trying to contact them and stuff. I've seen that. But they decided to like not do it because they're not exposed to the viruses we are. They've been
wipe them out.
Yeah,
one guy would sneeze on him, and
it'd be Native Americans 2.0, right? It's like the Europeans gave so many viruses to
they weren't ready
the
for
Native
it.
Americans, and
of our dirty white diseases, we brought them over.
Yeah, it killed so many of them because they didn't have any immunity. But yeah, so they decided to leave them alone and not contact them. But at first, when they didn't think about that and they tried to, like literally, they were shooting arrows at their boats.
Were firing. Yeah, that happened not that long ago. One of those tribes, somebody got too close, and a guy took a fucking spear to his chest.
Yeah,
because it's like, that's what's gonna happen. It's like that scene in.
I don't give a fuck.
It's that scene in Troy. You're just gonna pick up that spear and just heave it at that one guy who's like 100 yards away, and they're like, "I can't believe he made that throw." Like that'd be one of those dudes, and you're on a boat, like he can't make that. We're fine over here.
Dude, I remember when I was younger, like I never understood like the concept of Troy, like because I was so little, like when the movie came out.
Yeah.
But dude, the action scenes, I was like, I understand
I love that fucking movie.
I was like, I understand it. It's like this is the archetypal fucking masculine man fight, and it's this dude like his finisher move that he would do,
that little, kind of Superman punch thing almost.
Yeah, he would go down from like your trap on like your shoulder and like into your heart.
Yeah.
And like just like that little dagger move and like fucking just kill the most giant dudes.
So many great lines in that movie. There's no pacts between lions and men. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna kill you, dude. God, he's beautiful in the sun, isn't he? He's like,
dude, those times of like Rome and Greece and Troy, all that stuff, like that's what it was. It was just empires, just. You know, it's funny now that we think about it. Constantly.
If I could get a time machine and get it like
awesome,
like a helicopter almost kind of, and I could hover, I would love to go back to just see battles of like 10,000 people fighting 10. Oh, you know what I mean?
I've
like
thought
just
about
huge, just like on a massive scale. But you could just like hover above them and watch.
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like literally,
what would that look like?
Just thousands of men, like just fucking.
It would take
the most masculine men, just in armor and swords, just charging
days
at each
other. It would
other.
have to. Wouldn't it just have to take with that amount of people fighting each other and running at each other? It would have to just take forever. How long?
Well, yeah, because there's going to be like numerous retreats of people, and then fresh troops come in, and like those people get the rest for like fucking, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and they switch, and like they're still going at each other, and dude, yeah, it's fascinating too, like just researching like the formations that medieval and like Roman tribes would do, and like their tactics for like war.
That mattered so much. That was literally winning or losing wars. Is you needed, guys
really
who knew how to.
And so like, and there's this game I play. It's called like Total War, and that's what it is. Like literally you have thousands of troops at your command, and like your positioning of them on the battlefield.
Yep.
Like your archers and your spearmen and all that stuff. It's insane. It's like because you can zoom out and look at the whole battlefield, like you said, and like you can see them all fighting. But like when you zoom in, you can look at individual fights too.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty sick.
And like when you zoom in that close, you just hear like blood curdling screams.
Oh my god!
And blood's going everywhere. Like when you zoom out, it's just like kind of like you don't hear anything. It's just maybe you hear birds flying overhead. But when you get close and you like zoom in, it's
I don't know. How would you even
pretty graphic.
Be able to focus, even if you're like somebody nasty like Achilles? How do you not know like a guy over here isn't just gonna come? You know what I mean? Like how can you cover all 360 of yourself when people all around you are just throwing heavy sword, trying to cut off limbs and shields, and it's like I don't know how you'd focus.
Well, that's how. I think that's how like most fights would be. It's like you're fighting people and like, but like no one's letting you get on the right or left of them, and like you just have like your team against like their team, and like you're just trying to fight them like head on.
Yeah.
But like the tactics would be to like get on your flank or get on your sides.
Oh yeah, no, you're done.
And then like because you can't fight three people like all around you, you know. But that's what like cavalry charges were for too. Like they would soften up the defense or like disperse those troops so they're not in a tight formation, and then like your guys can go in and like, you know, outmaneuver them and just surround them practically. And it's crazy too. So like, I think medieval battles like between Rome and like Sparta, Greece, whatever. Those battles were like 90% of the casualties would happen when one side would fully retreat, and like you just get to kill people by stabbing them in the back and like running them down on horses.
It's literally just running people down.
Yeah,
you're turning
that's
around
what it
and
is.
they're running away.
And when I heard that statistic, I was like, that's pretty crazy. It's like 90% of the people who died in those battles didn't die by fighting. They died by running away.
And they got a spear or an arrow right in their fucking butthole.
So when your formation would break and like it's just pure chaos, it's like everyone's yelling retreat and everything. That's when everyone dies. But like if you hold your ground and you fight, you're much more likely to survive than if you run away because you're gonna get an arrow in the back or something. And like your shield isn't like, unless you can strap it to your back, it's like it's not gonna do
and
much.
even then, I mean, you still got all your legs and arms while you're running. It's gonna get hit with something.
Yeah, and what would happen is like your shield's heavy. So like when you retreat, you're gonna drop it.
Yeah.
You're gonna drop
It's
your
probably
sword.
50
You're
pounds,
just
if not more. You know.
Yeah, you're gonna drop everything and just try to run as fast as you can. Because if you're faster than your friends, you're gonna live.
You're gonna live. Yeah, that's the old adage. I don't have to be faster than a cheetah, just faster than you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right.
I even use that old playing video games, the 300 strategy. If I'm playing like a zombie game or something, I'll just like get in a corner where nothing can come. You know, like when they went into Hellmouth at like the end of the movie. You just sit there and you're like, all right, there's only one way you can come from, and I have this one way covered. So it's.
Yeah, that's what the Spartans did. And I think so. Like the legend of like the 300 Spartans is pretty cool too. Like they would like, so apparently it wasn't 300 Spartans that were there.
Yeah.
There was like I think 7,000, and then they were versing about like I think it was over like 200,000 or 300,000 troops, and like they kept them at bay for a long time, and like they killed fucking way more than they lost.
Their
like,
KDRs would be insane.
It was like I think it was like 5 kills for every Spartan lost.
Oh my god.
Which is like that's pretty good numbers.
If 7,000 people can take out 50,000 people, that's fucking
it was really good numbers. But what they did is so 300 Spartans stayed, and they and the rest of the Spartans like retreated to like get back to Sparta. And like those 300 Spartans basically stayed in that like little pass. And I don't know what the numbers is for like the 300 Spartans like versus like that entire army. That I don't think that number is known.
Yeah, how would you know really?
They sacrificed themselves so that they could give them time. The rest of the people to go regroup. Yeah. But that's what happened. It wasn't just like 300 Spartans just like fucking stopped people for days.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a good movie though. Yeah. That's why they have to make it hype it up.
But I mean it's remembered as one of the most like heroic acts and honorable sacrifices that any army has ever done.
That whole fucking area over there was like Persia, Greece, Italy, like all those. I feel like it was just they were all just murdering each other like all the time.
Well, it was just like every emperor wanted to conquer the rest of the world because they were chosen by God, or the gods, right?
Napoleon, Caesar, all these guys who.
Yeah, they're all just little tyrants.
They had no idea there was a giant land called America sitting across the way either. You know, they didn't know like
got
they
some
were
Native Americans over there. Just whoever go kills them first wins.
It kind of was whoever showed up first was going to do it, huh? They were not going to fight. If they banded together,
well, they were so primitive with their technology. It's like Europeans just dominated.
They were so like subclass too and didn't like each other. So that if they, you know what I mean, they weren't sticking together.
And what a lot of people say nowadays is like, oh well, Europeans came over and stole the land from Native Americans. It's like so in retrospect, it's like that's true. But I mean, it was like we went to war with them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just we stole it from them. It's like we fought them for it. You know, it's not the Europeans' fault that they had
We were
primitive
very sneaky
technology.
about it. We kind of were like, "How do you guys live here?" And they like taught us how to grow all this stuff and live here and the things to hunt, the berries you can and can't eat. And we just went, "Achoo!" And then they all got SARS. Like, sorry guys.
Right, right, and that was the first case of unintentional biological like warfare. It softened them up so much that we just kind of came in and just took it all.
Yeah, what was it? What was it? The French Indian War? Was that when they tried to?
I'm not sure, but I just know so going to war with them and winning their territory is like one thing, but like we fucking genocided them after that.
Yeah,
was
when it was
really
over,
fucked.
we could have just been like, "Hey, here's like all of a certain giant section of this huge country," and we were like,
Because
"No,
what it came down to is like we would attack them where they live, and then if we won, we would like just basically rape and kill all their women and stuff, and then like that was it. And like if they won against us, they would do the same thing and like scalp fucking everybody and stuff. And basically it was just like whoever won got to rape each other's women, and that's just how
horrible.
That's how that whole war went. Like it was atrocious, but
I mean, you could also say that about
the
most places in
propaganda,
Europe too.
yeah,
Like Britain, in the way that was, those were just people living in the woods, and they had a better and stronger people came in and murdered all of them.
That's all of war practically.
Yeah.
It's like whoever wins just fucking just gets all the women
Look
on
at the
other
Vikings.
side.
They went around that whole
It's like-
coastline over there, just murdering and raping every village and conquering that whole area.
Yeah, that is insane. What's pretty crazy too is like the Vikings actually they came to America.
Yeah, they came here first.
Yeah, they were here first. It was Canada specifically.
Yeah,
Like
it was
somewhere.
like Nova Scotia, I think.
Yeah, because there was like, but like we don't know what happened to them once they got here. It's like something happened where they just kind of went extinct. Whether it was like fighting Native Americans or Native Americans were like, fucking white people over here, this is crazy. Let's go kill these guys. Either that happened or like they all got sick
too. Yeah, they could have had something. They could have ran into somebody else.
Because like their tribes weren't that big. So like
the Vikings,
no, so like if you don't have a good populace, then it's like one disease can pretty much wipe out everybody.
Yeah. That's why it wasn't always smart. Like, well, let's send all the men to war. Like, well, I mean, how are we gonna? What happens if they're all dead? Or Jimmy with the limp comes back. Nobody wants to sleep with that guy. We're not going to have any kids.
Nobody likes the crippled. It's sad, but no, yeah.
I mean, back then, you weren't getting any.
No.
You know, sorry, dude.
No, you got to have 2 legs.
You need that work very well, too.
Like, if you have a scar down your down like your eye, like Leonidas or whatever, then it's like, that's kind of attractive. That's badass. But
guy knows how to defend himself.
But yeah, you should try to not lose a limb, or you won't have.
Then you have to become like a sorcerer.
Reproductive history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people on the Mayflower and stuff are coming over because of that. I'm not getting laid over here. This European's bullshit. I'm sailing across the ocean
just to get laid.
Just
going across the ocean. You got to fight krakens. You got to fight.
Yeah,
fucking...
dude. There's a lot of shit out there. Loch Ness monsters are swimming around.
It's crazy how
What's up, Leo Pleurodon?
Of course, like the pirate stories are exaggerated with sea monsters, but like some of them are true. Like,
a giant squid, dude?
There's a basis for like that happening, because it's like the giant squid exists now. We know that.
Yep.
Dude, I saw a picture of a giant squid. It was its egg, right? Its egg is like literally the size of a car.
Jesus Christ.
That's how big its egg is. And like that's like imagine a chicken egg. It's like literally the size of a car, but it's like in the water, so it's like all like this gooey egg. It's just like the membrane. There's like no shell.
Yeah, I've seen lobsters with that shit. It's gross.
Yeah, it's just a giant squid egg. And it's I saw there was this diver, and he was next to it for perspective, and it was about like a car and a half. Like
Jesus Christ.
That's how big it was. But it's crazy too, because like giant squids, I want to we probably never will see it, but like a fight between like a giant squid and like a blue whale, because those happen. Like you see they have scars from the battles that they have, and that'd be fucking awesome to see.
Just
but
see
like
too,
it's not.
it's too deep down.
Yeah,
that you won't be able to.
It's just pure
Yeah.
darkness. It's like the chances of seeing eventually, just by probability, maybe like a submarine will catch it on camera or something. But yeah, like right now we don't have any of that.
Fucking.
That sucks.
Like Godzilla vs King Kong, but it's real.
Yeah, exactly. They're titans. Just fighting.
They're titans. It's the kaiju.
Yeah, it's badass.
Okay, I mean, who knows what else was like around? Like, who knows when the last certain type of a dinosaur lived, especially around where the pirates were. Like, who knows if there wasn't one last fucking megalodon or something, you know what I mean, that made it over. And
I think they said like the last megalodon went extinct. Like it was like I think it was like 5,000 or 6,000 BC.
Yeah.
So that's not too long ago.
Yeah, and how do you really know? How do you know there wasn't one or more swimming around?
Yeah, just a fucking giant one just alone.
It seems even nowadays, even like you're like, dude, how many more species can they find? And they're like, oh, we found this thing that we thought was dead for a while, and you're like, we're still finding things that we thought were dead for a while.
Yeah, because
like,
we'll find a fossil of it,
Yeah.
and then like we'll explore more of the ocean, and they'll be like, this thing's alive?
Yeah,
Like what the fuck?
there it is. It's playing
Yeah.
poker.
Like the trilobites, like the things that like they have that like really hard shell and they're kind of like oval and they got those like little legs and like I mean if you flip them over they look fucking absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Like their
I
faces.
hate anything with more too many legs. The more legs you get, the creepier you are.
Yeah. But yeah, those things are alive, and like we thought they were extinct for so long, but they're just like really deep down the ocean.
It's just too deep. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Who knows what's really living down there?
It's crazy to know we know more about space than.
We know more about because it's
Well, it's because you can see
easier.
space.
Yeah.
You can't see
space.
You can't see pure darkness in the ocean.
It seems like it's a lot. I mean, they're probably both insanely hard, but it seems easier to get a rocket and fly out now. Because then when you're in space, you're just in space. There's nothing really. There's no gravity. You're just out there now doing whatever. Like the deeper you get into the ocean, the better your equipment needs to be.
Yeah,
So
because it's like so many pounds per square inch.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's crazy too because the amount of stuff they had to figure out, like just to be able to dive that deep is pretty insane. Because like, dude, fucking divers, like like the primitive diving equipment, like from like SpongeBob, whatever, like the classic helmet
with the big tube sticking out of your head, pumping oxygen down to you.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea how to describe that. But like the first people to ever use that equipment went too deep one time.
Yeah.
And they came up too fast.
And you got the bends.
Yeah, and then like literally your head can explode if you come up too quick.
Your blood's getting too much oxygen, it oxidizes, and you fucking you're getting like some eyeballs pop out of your head and shit like that.
Yeah, like that's what happened. It's like it's crazy that we have to like someone has to experience the worst of something for us to be like, oh, okay, then we'll fix this next time.
Especially that getting this big giant lead swimsuit thing that you're gonna jump in, that if you fall over while you're down there, you're probably dead too because you're not gonna be able to put yourself up because how heavy and big that thing was. How did they get you up? They couldn't have just pulled you by that hose in your head. How did they?
No, yeah. But yeah, dude, primitive diving equipment. That shit was.
And even now, it's 2021. They still can't get that deep.
No.
Like.
No, not with diving equipment because like you'll start to feel the pressure on your body.
Yeah.
Like, cause like you like literally it's like whatever water is on you, it's like that's all pressure.
Yeah.
The deeper you go, the more weight you have on top of you. So.
James Cameron, I don't know if you ever saw that. He went down there. He went to like see the Titanic, and then he went like deeper than like a person's ever gone before.
Yeah, you need extremely special equipment to do
you
that.
need to have hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to. And it's so like claustrophobic. Have you ever seen like the little things that they get in? Like you can't move at all really once you're in there. Like you can kind of just hit like the the buttons and everything else, but there's no like real turning around. Like you're just sitting, and it takes like I think it's like 6 to 7 hours because you can't fall too quick either. So like they kind of slowly fall and then you gotta slowly come back up. It's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I listened to this story one time, and it was about this guy, and he literally was like in this like submarine, but there was like no bathroom on it or something, and it was like this underwater like submarine base for like the military, and for you to go to the bathroom, like you would have to like literally exit the submarine and like take a shit and piss like in the water, in like pitch black water, like you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And he would have to take like a shit and piss like in pure darkness without knowing anything around you because you can't see.
Was this the astronaut?
I think so.
Yeah, he was on He was on Rogan.
That must have been where I heard the story. But yeah, like literally, and like as he was like going to the bathroom out there, and like the pure darkness, can't see anything. He like felt something like swim across his leg or something, and like he could tell it was something like indecent in size. And he said it scared the living shit out of him. like you're just taking a deuce in your most vulnerable state.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking, I don't know, like 200 feet below water.
Yep.
You know, below the surface, and like it's just pitch black, and like you just feel something like
He had to, like,
cross your leg.
He had to like swim to a different place to take a shit too, because you couldn't just shit where they were. Because
Yeah.
they had to like, they kind of did that. You know that way you would take a bathroom when you were a kid, you would force the bowl down to the bottom, and the bowl would still have the air in it. Like they did that, and they like those people were sleeping in some underwater thing like that, but they couldn't just shit right there because everyone's coming in and out of the water. He had to like swim to a separate. They had another like little floating device down there. He had to swim in the pitch blackness, like he was saying, to go down there, just take a shit and swim all the way in the pitch blackness.
Yeah, dude, that's horrible.
What happens if you go missing? They're not coming to look for you.
No, like what? How are they even gonna see you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
They have to just hope you come back.
do you wake somebody up and go, "Hey, I'm gonna go take a shit. If I'm not back in like 20 minutes, can you do something?" 'Cause-
Can you turn all the lights on?
yeah,
so
do
I-
something, bro. I don't,
Jesus
and
Christ.
turn all the lights on and getting eaten by a fucking giant squid.
Just picking off people who need to go take a
No,
shit.
the ocean is the scariest place in the world. Which is, I'm so obsessed with space, and the ocean scares the shit out of me. It's,
Yeah, dude, it's not good. It's not good. If you can't see what's below you, like that's terrifying. It is. Like it's like the unknown. Like when you're like in the ocean is very terrifying.
there's literally things in there that eat you.
Yeah, like, and it's insane how you can like I've been in a boat and I've gone a couple miles out
Yeah.
like to go like deep sea fishing. When you can't see land anymore, and
It's,
like it's just ocean, and like you just have to like hope that everything works.
Yeah.
And like you don't run out of gas. Like there's a lot of safety measures like for like Coast Guard and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
definitely.
saving you. But like when you can't see land, it's like there's a primitive thing in your brain where it's just like I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm not supposed to be out here. I'm not supposed. There's no reason.
Like,
There's nothing in evolution that says
There's-
I'm supposed to be out
there's
here.
food at the supermarket. There's
Yeah.
water. Okay.
Yeah.
Like my feet are not on the ground.
No, you don't realize how much the ocean moves either till you like deep sea fishing. You're out in the middle and your boat's just rocking. You're like, it's like this all the time. Like,
I get the same feeling when I'm in a plane too. It's like you're like 30,000 feet up.
you're like, I'm
and
not
you're
supposed
just-
to be up here.
You're looking out the window. You're like this isn't normal.
We're not
Like,
supposed to be up here.
we're
Just
not-
have screaming.
Why are we
We're
up
not
here?
supposed to be doing this.
I remember one time. I don't know if I told the story, but I had food poisoning and I was coming back from Las Vegas. It was my first time in Las Vegas, and I had this like buffalo sub from this place, and it didn't sit right with me. And I was out there for my like brother's like boxing fight because he's a professional boxer, and like I was real little, and yeah, I was like must have been like 10 years old. And so like the day comes for us to like go like take the flight home, right? And like there's like a layover flight too in like Colorado and all that stuff. So we're going from Las Vegas, Nevada all the way back to Massachusetts. So that's like 5-6 hour flight.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty long. And so dude, like I wake up and we have to go. My stomach's just not sitting right. It was I was feeling so bad. I had real bad food poisoning. And I remember I had such bad gas. Like, it was so bad. So, and like, you're on a plane, it's a very confined space.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're constantly, like, pumping air in, like, to refresh
Yeah.
the cabin and make it okay, it did nothing to suppress the smell of my flatulence
No,
at all.
that's not what it's meant to do.
It was so bad. I was 10 years old, and I remember I was just sitting next to my mom, and there was this lady next to me. It was like business lady, and I remember I was farting up a storm. Like the cabin smelled so bad, and I had like my my shirt over my nose and everything because like I mean like
Yeah.
I had to pretend it wasn't me, and Yeah, dude. It was like everyone in the cabin was like coughing. They had their
Oh
like
my
they were
god.
trying so hard to fucking like I thought a couple people were gonna break out like the hyperventilation masks
Oh my
from
god.
the top of
Fuck.
from the top of the plane. Like it was so bad, and I felt so bad because not only was I sick and I was feeling like shit. It's just like these people they can't go anywhere.
They're
You know,
stuck
and like
in my
now
giant fucking Dutch oven fart of an airplane.
I gave him a story though.
That lady definitely knew it was you sitting next to her, though. She was like, "All right, this
Probably.
is too prime. What I'm smelling right here.
This is way too prime.
straight from the fucking source."
Yeah, dude, and it was like sick, and dude, turbulence too, just making my
Oh
stomach
god.
more upset. It was just it was one of the worst days of my life.
Did you shit in the plane too? Was it like?
No, dude, it was nothing but horrible gas. Like it was very very bad, and I can't go number two anywhere else besides like like I don't know. It has to be like I have to feel safe.
Oh.
I'm not when I'm on my plane. I ain't feeling safe. So
I don't shit anywhere but my house. I literally go home from work too. I can't. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I gotta be in a safe spot.
I could
gotta-
never go at school.
I never went in school ever.
Yeah. I can't go at all. Like I would hold it no matter how hot, no matter how bad my stomach
Oh,
felt.
same. I would just not go. And it was more because how much me, included, would fuck with people who were in the stall. If someone was sitting there taking a shit and you walked in and you knew who was in there taking a shit, God bless that person, because you were gonna harass them, throw toilet paper in there and shit. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't sit here all fucking hazing
Yeah.
that I completely took part in.
One of the best parts about middle school is the like writing messages to people like in the bathroom. Like you don't even know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
But like
In the
you're
stall,
sending
yeah.
messages to people. You'd be like I don't know, like you'd be like Davy Jones' dick or something. You write that down.
Yeah.
And then someone will reply with like fucking 2 girls 1 cup.
You just keep going. Yeah.
And like it's just perpetual, and like you go in every day and you're like, oh, do I get a message?
Who wrote something?
Yeah.
No, I went 12 years without ever taking a shit in school.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I never went either, but I remember I would hide this Sharpie in this like hole in the bathroom, and then that's what I would use to draw things to my leisure.
Fucking glory hole, but it's got a Sharpie in there.
Yeah, pretty much. Someone even wrote next to that hole. They wrote glory hole, and then they pointed.
That's
they had an
pretty great.
arrow at it. Dude, it was the tiniest little hole too.
Yeah,
like just
this-
enough to fit a Sharpie.
That's
like,
great.
Just it, and then yeah, they wrote glory hole next to it.
Fucking glory hole.
'Cause-
Who would do that? Why would you?
And like I don't know, man. Like I don't know why they don't police the bathrooms more. Like with that shit, you know, just just writing everywhere. Like they don't care. And like
No.
the janitors must go in there and be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Oh yeah.
this is
I'm
horrible.
just ignoring this.
I remember one time, middle school, a janitor had to clean a turd out of a urinal.
Nice.
Like,
Who took a dookie in the urinal, huh?
how do you not use the bathrooms? They're right there. Like,
Oh, that was on
literally
purpose.
The toilets are right
Somebody
there.
did that because they thought it was funny,
Someone,
and it kind of is.
someone pinched a loaf and.
How do you get at a good angle for that without like crapping yourself? That's a good. How did you?
I don't know.
Did you sit down on it? Like,
They must have.
imagine that
At
was
least leaning against it.
that would almost kind of work with the way your urinal's shaped though. For you to sit, it almost kind of has a spot for your legs to come out the side a little bit.
Good old middle school, man.
Yeah,
Good old high school.
good stuff. School.
Best bathrooms ever.
Just the worst people are just little kids.
Dude, my college
Just-
bathrooms are they're fine. Like they're so proper,
really?
they're good. Like there's nothing like that. So there's some transitional period between high school and college where it's just like, all right, let's not fuck
I think
with the bathrooms.
it's some of these people are like in their 20s too. Well, I mean 20 years, but still, you're kind of like, all right, dude, I'm trying to actually take a shit here, and it's not funny anymore. And I think everyone's drinking now too, and they're like, dude, I need a shit, so we need to make sure all these bathrooms are clean because we're gonna be out all night fucking ripping it up.
Dude, like I'll tell you one thing though, like people don't fuck with college bathrooms, but like if you're at a bar, like a bar bathroom,
Oh yes,
Those-
I've been in plenty.
like those are like middle school bathrooms. That's what they look like. They're absolutely horrible.
I think did I already tell the story about how I was at a bar one time and there's two guys making out in the bathroom and I didn't see it.
No.
I went. It used to be called Hook Slides. I went to the bathroom there. I was out with a couple people, and I'm fucking hammered, and I'm standing at the urinal, and I just kind of hear this noise, and I'm like, and I had a beer in my hand, and I turned around and I looked, and it was just two dudes like making out. And it just caught me off guard. I don't care, be gay or whatever. I have no problem. It could have been a guy and a girl and they making out. Just the way they were making out, I would have reacted the same. And I turned and I saw it and I kind of screamed a little and I dropped my beer and then they looked at me and I ran out and I told my friends we had to leave. I'm like, we have to go. Like, what do you mean? Like, we have to go right now.
We have to
We have
leave.
to go. One of my buddies like, Nick, where's your beer? And I'm like, doesn't matter. We got to go. We got to.
They took it from me in the bathroom.
They said thanks. And I went, I want to go home.
I've never stumbled in the bathroom like seeing people doing that, but like
I've now that I think about it, twice I've caught two guys making out, and once was up.
They're doing it for you at that point.
Once was up at the reservoir with one of my buddies, and we were gonna go. I don't know if you've ever been upside. It's just you go up there. It's nice. You look around, see trees and whatnot. But there was two people making out. One had a hoodie on. They were on top of the other, and we were like 14 or something. So we were kind of like staring at him, like, ooh, maybe we'll see some titties or something. I don't know. And then the person on the top who was wearing the hoodie had the hoodie on, and they sat up, and the hoodie came back, and it was a dude, and it was two dudes again.
Oh, nice.
They got me. There was no titties to be seen.
No titties for Nick. God damn it.
Nope.
Oh, what a travesty.
Just wieners. Just balls and wieners.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, I would go snowboarding. No, not snowboarding. The fuck, sledding.
Sledding. Same shit. One you're sitting, one you're standing. What's the
snowboarding? Snow. Is that a thing? Snowboarding?
Snowboarding? Yeah, it's when you stand up and you fucking go down. The little skateboard thing. Looks like a skateboard.
Okay. All
Got
right.
wheels, and you're on a slippery slope.
My
and you
brain,
go,
my
while
brain
you're
had
going
that
down.
word in my head, and I was like, "Is that even a thing?" Like, I don't even know. But I saw one of the funniest accidents at the reservoir when I was sledding, and this kid, he goes down, like, he's got this trash can lid, right, one of the plastic ones.
God.
And he gets on it, and he just starts going down the hill, and it starts going way faster than he expected.
'cause plastic
So-
like that, it's gonna fly.
So the kid he tries to slow himself down by turning sideways and like kind of like just getting some resistance with
Yep.
like his
Throwing up the
feet and
brakes.
shit. Somehow he ends up going faster, and like since he turns sideways, he
It's
starts
more aerodynamic.
he starts going out of control, and he's like spinning like crazy, and he has no clue where he's going. And like, dude, this lady has her back turned,
Oh shit.
and her legs get taken out from underneath her like fucking vroom,
Oh.
and she almost does like a backflip. She does like this back somersault where she like lands on her head and then her legs like go over her body, and her coffee went fucking flying. And then after the kid hit her, he went flying off his trash can. And I just remember standing at the top of the hill, and that lady got fucked up, and like her husband came over and was like, oh my god, and that lady when she got up, she had like the biggest whitewash on her face because like it was fucking,
Oh shit.
yeah, she got a good amount of snow
She was
up
all
her
fucked up.
nostrils.
Ugh.
But I was dying laughing. I didn't
funny.
care at all.
It's funny when it happens to other
She
people.
could have got injured, like whiplash. Like it
She's
was
laying there like Gordon Hayward and just pointing and laughing.
it was great.
That's why you got to be facing. You got to be ready for that shit. If you're gonna be out there in the trenches with people coming down flying on sleds and shit, dude, you got to be kind of aware.
Yeah,
You're looking around, man.
You do. Like I had a few like sledding accidents where like I had one like really it was actually really bad now that I look back at it. But at the time I was a little kid and I didn't care. Like I went down the hill and I started spinning and I was like going out of control, and there was this tree, and it, like the government or whatever, they put like haystacks around the tree.
Yep.
So that like if a kid like hit the tree, it wouldn't hurt them that
snap
bad.
his fucking neck.
But they put the it was like half a haystack. So like when I hit the tree, like the back of my head went over the haystack. And like it's like I
made it worse.
I smashed the back of my head on the tree because like it was such like a small coating of hay around the tree. It's like they didn't think this through.
This is the last hay one they had. They're like, I'm not going back getting another one.
Yeah, that gave me a concussion.
Yeah, I bet.
I got fucked up. I went to the hospital. They're like, you have a concussion.
The tree will win every time. Trees will win.
Trees versus part
humans,
of your face is
any really part of us that we aren't using machinery. A tree's gonna beat us.
Trees will win.
I'll fight a fucking tree though.
They're very strong.
Fuck trees. What do they do anyway? Give us oxygen? Nah.
We don't need that stuff.
Why don't you hold in some of that water when it rains and maybe all these fires won't happen? Selfish. You're just drinking up all the water. Why don't you hold some? And when these fires happen,
fucking
you can use some to fight back.
Cocksucking trees.
Fucking trees.
Fuck them.
We'll have robot trees.
That's the future.
Everything's going to be robots.
Everything is just going to be a robot.
Have a robot dog. Bark, bark.
Dude, I can't wait till someone builds like an actual transformer. Like literally, like you have your car and like literally it's like
going to transform. I'm not going to be in this car because it's going to scare the shit out of me.
I got to send a tweet to Elon Musk. I got to tell him.
Elon.
I think that would he would just be like, all right, this is what we're doing now, because he's that type of person.
Yeah,
if it's like
shit
cool
going on. Come on, dude.
He's got all the physicists and shit. Like
I've seen Teslas. They're fucking spaceships.
Make a transformer out of a real car. Then like that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, enough.
That's badass.
Elon, what are you really doing? Trying to make us a multi-planetary species?
Make a transformer Tesla. Just do it. Fucking that'd be awesome.
I think he's trying to make all this stuff from Mars because he wants to go there and never come back. And I think he's just going to laugh. He's going to put a bunch of resources and shit that he's been planning for years on Mars and be like, fuck you guys, I'm not going back. I got everything I need. And we're going to be like, wait, Elon, no. Fuck you and your shitty planet.
Wait for us, please.
I'm going to terraform this bitch.
You know what's kind of crazy? I heard one time. It's like, so like the evolution of like, like humans, Homo sapiens. When we eventually terraform Mars, which is like it's gonna happen.
Oh, at some point, yeah.
If we don't go extinct or
if we don't all kill each other, but
if we don't kill ourselves, we'll terraform Mars, and it's like it's kind of crazy because like how's the governments how are the governments gonna divide up Mars, like or the United States gonna own Mars, or like just whoever gets there first plants their flag?
That's what I would say. I would say, oh, you guys want some? Well, we'll meet you there. What time are you going to show up? I'll have a plate ready for you. Oh, you're not going to make it? This is ours then.
But I'd say that's pretty interesting. Like from just like how are we going to divide things up if we're going to at all, which, I mean, most likely wars are going to happen over it.
1,000%, yeah.
Mars wars, that's going to
It would take time. I mean, we have to get there a lot quicker because you're like, we're coming to fight you. And you're like, well, it's going to take you like 6 months or however long to get here, buddy. We'll be waiting for you.
But like, I heard one thing one time. It's like, so when humans colonize Mars and we have humans on Earth and humans on Mars, like obviously like the gravity on Mars is going to be different. Like it's a smaller planet. It's like, I think it's 1/3 the size of Earth.
About a third, yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Like literally the evolutionary paths of humans on Mars and humans on Earth, they're gonna diverge.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna become like
they'd probably be taller over there because
like,
it'd be less.
If you think of like a blue jay and like a red robin, like it's like their ancestry comes from one bird, but it's like they diverged and now they're different, and like that's what's gonna happen.
Absolutely,
between
what's gonna happen.
Mars and
we're
Earth.
gonna look completely different.
Yeah, like
after like a million years, if
they're gonna evolve to be different on Mars.
To survive on Mars.
Yeah, like they're probably gonna lose like I guess muscles in their legs. Like they're probably gonna like have some atrophy there.
They'd be like those skinny, tall aliens you see. Like that's what they would probably look like.
Yeah, because they're not gonna need to be as physical because the gravity's less. All that stuff. It's gonna be freaky. That's
gonna be nuts.
Freaky humans.
We're probably gonna see, even in our lifetime, the first like kid being born on Mars, like the first actual Martian.
Yeah, born on a different planet, right?
It's gonna be a fucking Martian. Does that mean he can't run for president then, right? But what if it's a U.S. territory? Oh, now we're getting complicated.
Yeah, this is too much. This is too much. We don't want to go that far. That's too much.
It sounds like such a good idea, but as soon as like we got there, it would immediately just go right into politics. Well,
It
how are we
would.
doing this? Who's doing what? Like, no, can't we just be people and we'll live and help each other? No, 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 no. No, that's stupid. Why would we?
But technically, the kid can't be president. Um,
I'm the president of Mars.
I'm the
Would they have to
president.
then divide up, like you were saying, that would we like call different parts? Because there's no oceans, nothing. So there's nothing
Well,
really.
when we terraform,
We're gonna terraform, including oceans. And,
yeah. So there's a lot of ice on the caps of
Yeah.
Mars, like the north and south poles. As you terraform, that'll melt. That'll naturally create oceans
Things
and
can
stuff.
create oceans. That needs to be a lot of ice.
And there's already a lot of evidence of there being oceans
Yeah,
on
there used
Mars
to be, and it's
at
all dried
one
up.
point. Yeah, like
It's
you
too
can
close to the
literally
sun.
see like the,
Yeah, you can see riverbeds.
you
And,
can see
yeah,
riverbeds. You can see
the little pathway that the water kind of formed in the rocks when it was there.
yeah, you can see all that stuff, and it's like it looks exactly like a place on Earth that had water once.
I bet you
Like,
they'll find fossils soon on there. And by soon, I mean probably within 15, 10 years.
You need
but,
to have a rover there or someone there that can dig deep,
Yeah.
deeper, or like just have some sort of a electromagnetic device that can
Yeah.
like give you an image of what's under the soil. Like we have those on Earth, and like those work pretty good. People use them to find fucking treasure and
Oh,
stuff.
well, yeah.
Yeah, and like that helps find fossils and stuff like that.
What if
you can say.
what if they just respond to sound and they're just waiting for someone to go on the planet and go, hello? And then someone will be like, yeah, what's up? And you'll be like, see? These stupid robots can't talk.
I remember the Transformer movie. It's like the first like evidence they had of Martians was like a Transformer on Mars. It
Yep.
it like fucking smashed the rover or something.
Yeah.
It just fucking obliterated it.
Be like in Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, he's like terraforming Mars himself. He's like goes to Mars, just starts building how he wants Mars to look. It's my
Yeah.
own planet. I'm a god. What are you gonna do about it? Like nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
We can't even get there.
My fucking my professor from my like science fiction and fantasy class, like so one of the first projects she gave us was to like watch the Lord of the Rings movie, and that's already badass. It's like that's fucking
Yep.
awesome. That's cool. But yeah, she gave us the assignment of reading The Watchmen, the
That's
original like 1992 like
Yeah.
comic book for it, which is like badass. Like she's a fucking awesome professor. Like
Watchmen is sick.
she's just like do all this nerd shit you're gonna do anyways, and it's
Yeah,
like
fucking sweet. I
then
planned
we're
on
just
doing
gonna
this
talk
anyway.
about it. And
Yeah.
it's like I do that anyways.
Oh, so like what I do in life? Cool. I'm down to do that.
And I was like, this is a class. It's like fuck is this?
Do this in my fucking spare time.
Yeah. But fucking hell.
They got a new Batman comic starting soon called Batman World. And it's gonna be Batman in like a whole bunch of different countries, and like he's gonna look different in each kind of country, going about like.
Are they gonna fight each other?
No, it's just gonna be like a Batman in wherever. Fucking
Oh.
Germany, or Batman in Russia, or Batman in like Israel,
Individual
but in their
comics
own, yeah. But it's gonna,
Of
yeah,
Batman existing in every
Yep.
other country. Interesting.
that'll be
Interesting.
all right.
Well, they should all come together and fight and do the ultimate showdown.
Yeah, have everybody fight everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta see, I am the one.
Have you seen that that music video, Ultimate Showdown?
Oh yeah,
That's it's so hilarious. It's just every possible creature, animated figure, superhero, famous person fighting each other, and at the end, Mr. Rogers wins
it's Mr. Rogers.
in a bloodstained sweater.
Won't you be my neighbor? That's how my grandmother learned English. Watching Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yeah, she watched Mr. Rogers and picked up in English.
Wow.
She taught herself.
That's pretty
You could
crazy.
you could show me for the rest of my life German movies, and I'm not gonna speak a lick of German. Like I don't know what everyone's saying. What?
There's this kid at my work, and like he came to this. He came from like Puerto Rico, and he started speaking English like 5 years ago, and but like dude, like he's worked so hard to like sound like a normal
He
American.
wants to sound American. Yeah,
Dude, he sounds like it sounds like he was raised here.
that's funny.
Like literally,
He worked on his accent. He's in the mirror like, "Hey, Joey, bag of donuts." And he's just like,
He's been here for 5 years, and he's already like, yeah, I fucking have it, yeah.
That's so
And
funny.
like he picked up on the accent, like he's just like interpreted it all, and I was like, oh my god, because he told me he was like, yeah, I've been here like 5 years and whatever, and I was just like, what?
5 years. What do you?
I was like, you sound like you were born here. But yeah, like apparently English is like one of the hardest languages to learn.
I imagine writing it would be, because we
Yeah.
have so many words that you say exactly the same, but they mean different things.
Yeah, like for example, like so you have the word butter, all right, butter, and then you got fly, and it's like okay, it's a fly, but butterfly, it's like
Yeah.
if you're learning English, you're gonna be like that makes no fucking
That makes
sense.
no sense at all.
What? You're calling this flying insect a butterfly?
Yeah.
It's a butter, and it flies. It's a
It's
butter with wings.
You spell read and read the same way, and there's different ways that read. You mean the color, or like you're reading a book? What do you mean they're all the same? Like, no, it's different.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Like if you take like a foreign person's perspective on just like English and like our like conjunction words, our compound words, like it makes no fucking sense at all.
We talk dumb.
Yeah, but
It's very easy though. It's better than Latin. It takes you 6 days to say a sentence. we can just do it right away.
yeah, I didn't take Latin in high school. I took Spanish, but I'm still fucking horrible at it.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Other
I
languages
can't do it.
couldn't. I just can't.
I wanted to learn it so that I can know when they're talking shit about me,
Yeah.
but
Spanish. I think if you know English, Spanish like is probably the easiest language to learn.
yeah,
'Cause it's
that's why they teach
similar,
it.
yeah.
That's why they teach it in like high school and stuff.
It's not like French, and you're like, French? The fuck are you teaching me French for? What are you?
Yeah. And like, dude, my Spanish teacher was the most opposite person you would expect to be a Spanish teacher. She was a white Southern lady who had the thickest Southern accent.
What
But-
honey, y'all?
Yeah, and like at the beginning of her class, she told us she's like, all right, I teach Spanish, blah blah blah, and she goes, I'm a white lady from the South, and I can't tell you how many times I hear people talk shit about me in Spanish, and then I talk to him. I talk back.
My
to
name
him.
is Louise Hand, and I'm gonna teach y'all some Spanish here. All right.
That's exactly how
Ain't
she
none of
sounded.
them goddamn Mexicans be talking shit about me when I go back to my goddamn.
Yeah, she's like,
Jesus, lady.
she's like, I can't count how many times I've heard people talk
Yep.
shit about me in Spanish, and yeah, that was pretty funny because like, yeah, it's just gonna shock them. They're gonna be like, oh my god,
Like, oh shit, my
this is
bad,
the
bro.
last person we would think
Ugh.
could speak Spanish. It was pretty funny.
I meant everything I said. I
Uh,
don't take it back.
right.
Fuck you.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
Funny stuff, bro.
Funny stuff's fun.
Getting a little chilly out too.
It is. Winter's coming.
Fall.
Winter is
Just a
coming.
little bit of fall. Please not winter. I love. I was reading an article the other day. It's like the Farmer's Almanac predicts that it's going to be a really cold and snowy winter, and then I kind of like got into the Farmer's Almanac, like reading about how accurate it is. It's so wrong. Like every year, it's
What is that? It's just like a scientific.
and they don't.
thing
You
that's
can't know the
forecasted.
formula that they use. They literally have like this formula this guy made up in like fucking 1842 or whatever the guy made it up with, and he has like some scientific formula that no one can know about, and he keeps it in like a safe, and he has like this secret safe that only the family and the people who have. Because one's called like the Farmer's Almanac, and one's like the original farm. It's whatever. There's two of them, but they use some super secret scientific method to figure out the weather, and then they're wrong, so it's not too great.
Well, why the fuck are they doing
They
that?
do it. People listen to it. Is it going to be a cold and snowy winter in New England? Oh wow! Way to go out on a fucking limb. You go out and tell me it's going to be 60 all winter.
Then we'll
Yeah.
then we'll see what
It's
happens.
going to be extra snowy. Like it's snowy every fucking winter. What do you mean? It snows every winter.
Yeah. Dude, I remember one day it snowed and it was so bad that like it was coming down so heavily that like I couldn't clear my back windshield off fast enough to get in my car to like pull out. Like literally I couldn't. And
Yeah.
like I was at CVS and like it was so bad and like I had to literally like find someone. I'm like, "Can you help me pull out here?" Cuz like I can't see.
I can't. Yeah.
I'm
That's-
literally I was like wiping it off and then like dude the snowflakes are fucking like the size
Oh.
of a quarter and like they would just saturate the whole back windshield within like 3 seconds and it was horrible.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, it is now. Come back here at this exact point tomorrow at like 4 in the afternoon when it's traffic and it's just black slush from all the cars and the dirt and everything. Like, oh, this isn't so beautiful anymore. This looks shitty.
I remember one time we were playing, me and my friends when we were younger, and like my friend fell. He slipped or something. And dude, for some reason when he went down, his mouth was open. he got a bunch of black slush in his
Oh,
mouth.
fuck that.
Like he made the most disgusted face like I've ever seen.
Just like fucking dirt from tires and oil and God knows what else. Just a belly full of that.
I just remember him standing up and saying, he's like, "A little went down my throat," and I was like, dude, that sucks. I was like, that's bad.
And then everything starts to melt and it's just a fucking lake everywhere you walk. I'm like, yay, this is so pretty, isn't it? Yay. Fuck this.
Dude, like I when I was younger, like I met some people on like Xbox, like around like the United States, and like I was so confused that they'd never seen snow. I was just like they were just like, I would love to see snow. Like they're like
No, you don't.
fucking 20 years old. they're like I've never seen it my whole life, and I'm just like, it's really not.
It's nothing that cool.
It's just it's
It's cold.
It's cold and it's slush.
And you gotta shovel it.
It makes everything harder.
You gotta shovel it, and then no one knows how to drive, and then everything's shut down, and people freak out the day before. Like, we haven't lived here our whole lives and dealt with 100 snowstorms. Every time there's one coming, people freak out like it's the first one that's ever gonna happen. We are lucky though. Like,
they rush to the supermarket and buy everything off the shelves.
everything.
It makes no sense. Like, it's like,
I never got to, like, what if it gets that bad and you lose power? Now you have all this food that's gonna go bad. You better hurry up and fucking eat it, dude. You better open one of those windows, let some of that snow in.
I remember
those fucking.
I remember that happened one winter, and my neighbor was literally like, we bought all this food for this like snowstorm, and we lost power.
Ugh.
But our house didn't lose power, so literally they brought all their food over and shoved it in our fridge.
That's great.
And it was like, you couldn't open the fridge without shit falling out. Like, it was so bad.
Guess I gotta eat some.
Yeah. No, and then like literally as soon as they brought all their food over and they finally got it all in our fridge, they got power again.
Of course.
So they had to come back and take it all out.
Grabbing the shit that you wanted. No, that was here, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
I literally never buy extra shit. Anytime that stuff, I don't care.
No.
I mean, also because I work at a grocery store, and they're not going to close the grocery store down because, believe me, there's been times where I'm like, there's no fucking way we're going to have to work today. And they're like, oh, no, you're working today. Come on in here for the 2 customers that are like, oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah, right?
Those are fun days, though, when you kind of just dick around all day. You don't really got to do much.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had those days there. When I worked there. But no more.
No more.
At the Home Depot, doing Depot things.
The Depots.
The Depots.
Don't Depot. I like pot.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up with Home Depot?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Depot in the pot.
This is Massachusetts, all right?
Jesus Christ.
We smoke Depot here.
Dude, but Home Depot, like, one cool thing, like, dude, their Halloween section's fucking...
Yes, they got a sweet...
It's massive. And, like, they have the most giant, like, skeletons, and, like, they have this one skeleton, dude, it's like, I think it's, like, 20 feet tall. Like, it's massive.
It's the $350 one, right?
Yeah. It's just huge, and it has this, like, giant pumpkin head, and, like, it's on fire. Like, the pumpkin's, like, on fire. And, dude, like, they have the most giant Halloween decorations that are, like, going for, like, $300, $400, $500.
Oh, my God.
And, like...
You see people buying them?
So my department's on the other side of the store.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't see any of it. I don't see if anyone's buying them. But like if someone does buy it, it's like, you know, they're like rich, massive house, and like they just decorate in like they're like giant property. But like, where do you put that shit after?
Yeah, where do you store it?
It's so massive. Even if you break it down into pieces, it's like, how are you gonna store?
Yeah, what are you
this?
gonna do with all this?
It's like it's gonna take up so much space. Like you literally
dig
have
a hole for it and you
yeah.
throw it in the hole. People think you're burying bodies. It's just a prop.
Someone
don't worry.
finds it in the future, like, oh
and
my
it's a
God.
skeleton hand. They're like, oh my God. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that shit's funny. But fucking hell. All right, I think that's a decent spot to hang it up for today.
Woohoo! Hopefully next Saturday.
Well, yeah, next Saturday we're gonna have Luke on. He's gonna be our first guest, and then we're gonna go from there. And we're just gonna incrementally, one step at a time, try and make the podcast better in every way.
Yeah, it'll be all fancy looking. People will finally comment to tell us to go fuck ourselves. And then we'll get comments by the thousands telling us to go fuck ourselves. But it won't be because we're asking. It'll be for other things that we say.
All right. That sounds good. All right.
Peace.
Take it easy, everybody. Deuces.